Today, 24th of October, the time now is 10 minutes past 10. And we started our class with the recitation of the first 10 verses of Surah Al-Kahf. And the 10th verse, you repeat 7 times because it's a dua. If you look at this, yeah. Oh Lord, bestow on us mercy from you, yourself, and facilitate for us our affair in the right way. So we ask Allah to give mercy and to help us in all our matters, everything that we do. And then we renew our shahadah because in this class, the big why you are in this class, of course you want to get an A, right? If you still remember on our first class, our first face-to-face class, we sat in a circle and then we sat in a circle. You sat in a circle and then each of you ask me a question, right? When you ask questions, then the important question is the big why. And you prefer to have an online class and Allah has answered your dua. Our class is on Friday at 10 and you prefer to have your class online. Okay, even though this whole week is week without wall, week 3 for APB is week without wall, and I've been conducting my classes online and I've been asking my students, and so far most of them prefer face to face. Okay, but perhaps because of your timing, Friday at 10, you prefer to have it online at your convenience. But there are pros and cons. Okay, if we look at here, yeah, face to face versus online class. Okay, and then you look at statistics. If you go to Google, then if you can get the infographic, yeah, or infographic statistics. So this is a comparison, and this is week 3, and the last week, if you still remember, we look at how quantitative data are represented. Okay, for example, face-to-face versus online statistics. So you can see here, pie chart, stack histogram, okay. So this is infographic. But if you just search for the statistics, so you can see the statistics on comparison of e-learning to face-to-face. Okay, so this is already week 3, and I believe that some of you have I think perhaps you share 4G, yeah? You've given me your topic, right? Topics for your presentation, right? I will go through and inshallah I'll try to. Okay, but last week, so these are the how quantitative data can be represented. Okay, another in choosing your topics, all right? In choosing your topics, please consider what you can do is you go to Google, put your title, and remember to put the word statistics. And another thing student ask me is should it be in Malaysia or in other countries? I would prefer you to use statistics in Malaysia. Okay, this is your topic. So when you are working on your outline, first of all, get your topic approved. I try to... Have you given your topic to me? I'm trying to look for it. Because there's a group of students for B, is it? Like this. List of group. Have you given your topics to me to be approved? I have 3 groups, LCC 402. And so far, AM236 for B has given me a list of topic to approve.
I haven't, Doctor.
What is their topic?
You haven't given the topics.
You haven't? This is for B. So you see, you see this one, SCC 402. So this is the name list for the group session assignment for class 4B. And because I remember there is another group. Yeah, so this is group 1, group 2. What's the topic? La ilaha illallah. Ini group. Okay, I need to ask. There is no topic. Pair. One and two. This is only group members, but there is no. Okay. Never mind. So coming back to this. If you look at the course document, because oh yeah, in your WhatsApp, I have shared 2 videos from my YouTube. From my YouTube last semester's presentation. And also I have shared with you the question paper, right? You got it? This question paper, have you got it?
Yes, Doctor.
Okay. So this is the question paper and the duration is from week 1 to week 5. Week 5 is a presentation for assessment 1, chart, graph, presentation, outline. So this is the outline and this is the instructions. All right. And this is what should be in your outline. All right, good. Now, I'm going to show you some samples. All right. This is the first sample. Let's say, what is the topic for the first sample, sample A? Sample A, what's the topic? Sample A, what's the topic? Please read. Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammad. What is the topic for this is sample A? What can someone tell me? What is the topic?
The topic is bankruptcy among graduates.
Thank you, Alia. Alia ada harapan lah dapat B+. Yang lain tu bawah B+ tau. Sama ada B or B-. Because you don't respond. If you want to get an A, then show that you are an A student. Be responsive even though it's an online class. Okay, so here you put your name and your student ID, and then the type of charts that you use. Two types of charts, okay, that we have gone through last week. What are the different types of charts? Okay, and then the purpose. Okay, I'd like to draw your attention to this part, to introduction. Okay, introducing the topic, the rise of bankruptcy among Malaysian graduates. Okay, so the credibility. A few years ago, my parents used to give me a supplementary credit card. There were countless times. So this is like a rationale for choosing this topic. Give some background, the definition, and the impact. This is the central idea. And this is the data that you use, the chart, line graph, analysis of the data, and then the second one is a pie chart. Then your conclusion. Okay. In your reference, use APA format, not apa-apa format, yeah. And then this, if you see here, it's 2021 and 2022. So these references are acceptable because they are within 5 years. When you write for your assignment, when you want to use references for your assignment or for your FYP, use 5 years. Don't use very old one during the British era or the Japanese era. 10 years ni kan, 10 years ni. 10 years reference. Okay, this is sample B. What is the topic for sample B?
The trend of students pursuing tertiary education in Malaysia.
Thank you, Alia. And what are the types of charts used for sample B for this topic?
Single line graph.
And bar chart. These are the objective to identify, to show distribution of SPM levers. Okay, what's the trend of SPM school levers? Okay, so this is the introduction. So why do you choose? Back when I was in high school, I knew many seniors, and I'm still catching up with them on social media. As time goes by, every year I see my seniors graduating from university. Okay, however, on the other side, you can see also a trend, right? I see a new trend that a lot of school leavers, a lot of SPM students after SPM, they decided to start their career. So that's the rationale for choosing this topic. Central idea. Okay, what data is used to support, to explain or to support the student topic for this, for this topic? What are the data that is used?
DOSM.
Line graph. Okay, yeah. The source is DOSM, correct? And it uses the line graph. What about the other one is from? What's the other one is from?
From Education Ministry's e-profile Kerjaya Murid.
And what type of chart is used?
Bar chart.
Very good. Very easy, right? And then the conclusion, and this is the reference. Okay, 2023 and 2020. If possible, use the latest lah, 2024 or 2025. Okay. I'm gonna show you the third one. What's the topic for the sample C?
The effect of COVID-19 around the world.
Very good, Kartini. So these are the purposes. What types of charts are used for this topic?
Pie chart and bar graph.
Thank you. So this topic is a little bit outdated, but I'm just going to show you. This is how to write the introduction, but you don't have to copy. Don't have to follow. This doesn't mean that this is an A. This is a full mark, 10 marks, right? The student get 10 marks. No. I will tell you the rubric, how I mark your outline after this. In the background topic, central idea, this is the description of the data, bar graph, and also pie chart. And the reference, and this is from 2020 and 2024 from WHO, and also journal 2020, quite old. But okay, the last one, last sample D, what's the title? I think someone also chose this topic, yeah? In the previous class, yesterday's class for F. This is for G. What's the topic for this one?
Malaysia's child sexual abuse cases.
Okay, good. And then these are the purposes. And for this topic, child sexual abuse case, what are the types of charts used? What are the types of charts used?
Pie chart and bar graph.
Thank you, Ain. Okay, if you look at the introduction, credibility, background, so these are this description. Okay, look here, figure 1, and then it shows this one. In terms of spacing, space sikit don't just put like that. And then ni tiba-tiba ada bullet pula ni. This one there's bullet. Why up here no bullet? So be consistent and then watch the spacing. Data is a bit outdated, and then is Asia doing enough? As I told you earlier, I prefer statistics on Malaysian cases because we want to know what's going on in Malaysia. And then LIM 2024, okay. Now you can turn on your mic or you can write in the chat box since you haven't given me your topics. And then, so what's to do next? By now you must already have a pair, work on your outline, consult me, get your topic approved, then you can work on your outline. So next, what are the trends in Malaysia? What are the issues in Malaysia nowadays? The latest issues in Malaysia. Please type on the chat box or you can turn on your mic. Bullying, very good, Putri. Anything else? So instead of looking at images, you type bullying statistics. In Malaysia, specify. Are you looking at bullying, school, or university? Okay, so we have from ResearchGate, Taylor and Francis. So you have here different types of charts and this focuses on Malaysia. Child bullying, parent reported cyberbullying. So university bullying, it could be school bullying, cyberbullying. This is teacher's perspective, student's perspective, and even a table percentage. platforms used for cyberbullying, cyberbullies, and also types of cyberbullies. So choose, first of all, your topic, and then choose carefully the scope Malaysia, and then whether whether you want to focus on children or university students or teenagers or cyberbullying. Okay, other than cyberbullying, what else? Mental health, very good. And this is very much related to the impact of bullying. I have one student, I think this faculty, FSPPP, I think she has graduated, but we are friends on Facebook. She always posted in her Facebook her QR and also sharing her journey as a mental health patient. So she's been seeing psychiatrists. So she's been posting photos of her being admitted, and also she's been sharing about how her family didn't give her support. Okay, talking about bullying, do you know the reason why do people bully? Why does someone bully, whether at workplace, whether at university, whether at school? Okay, and then another thing is when we talk about bullying or abuse, there are several types, right? Can you tell me what are the types of bullying? Verbal abuse, very good Putri. What else? What else? Verbal, yes. Physical abuse, mental abuse, that is unseen, isn't it? Physical abuse, and even sexual abuse, yes, that also happens. There is this story that I've read about this girl, Nawal El Sadawi. She wrote a book, and then Nawal El Sadawi, a woman at point zero. I already read. This is her life story, Memories of a Woman Doctor. So when she was a little girl, because some girls can relate to this. When she was a little girl, she didn't like cyberbullying. Thank you, Hanisa. She didn't like going back to the hometown to visit her grandparents. Okay, so one day, I don't know whether it's her story or some other girl's story, but I read it's in her book. She's from Egypt, but I think this can also happen in Malaysia, in our country. There is this girl. One day, she didn't like going back to her hometown lah, balik kampung kan, or to see her grandparents. So one day, her grandfather died. Her grandfather passed away, and her mother took her, okay, jom lah, let's go back. Atuk meninggal. Thank you, Damia. Yes, workplace bullying. Mana dah tadi story dia? So they went back hometown. During the funeral of her grandfather, her mother noticed that girl was so happy. Normally, whenever they go back to hometown, she didn't like going back. Tak suka balik kampung. And she didn't like going back to see her grandparents, and she would throw tantrum. She would, inilah dia buat perangai lah kan. But that day she was so happy. She was so happy her grandfather died. Why? Come on. Tak habis syllabus hari ni, our class until 2 o'clock. Yes, hurry up. You mentioned physical abuse, sexual abuse, workplace abuse, cyberbullying, mental abuse. Her grandfather used to hug her. You know, like katalah this little girl kan very cute, took her, put on his lap, and then hug her, kiss her. You know, kids, they also have instinct, and you have to respect. Even children, even no matter how cute, girls or boys, you have to teach. You don't have daughters, right? But you might have nieces and nephews. Teach them boundaries and teach them to speak out. No, you cannot do this. So that girl, her grandfather used to pick her up and put on his lap, cuddle her, hug her, kiss her, and also put his hand under her skirts. So she hated it so much. She hated it so much. So that's why she didn't want to go back to her grandparents. Didn't want to go back kampung lah. So on the day that her grandfather died, he was so happy. And her mother was surprised, you know, why? It's a funeral of my father. Why do you behave so jovial, so happy? So that's mental health. Because so we need, what's the impact? Why do we need to know all this? So that we are aware. So when you choose your topic, you are aware and you know the statistics, and you learn something from this assessment. Rupa-rupanya dekat Malaysia ni we have MIASA. Okay, adolescent, a growing concern on suicidal among adolescent. This is by MIASA. Okay, MIASA is Mental Illness Association in Malaysia. Another association for mental health in Malaysia is MMHA. So this is under MIASA. This is the mental health trends for Gen Z, and also state of adolescents' mental health. You might have little brothers and sisters, nieces and nephews. So at least you are aware. Rupanya 1 in 5 adolescents are depressed. You know, like I have, my youngest is 13 years old, Form 1. So I observe him, you know, muka dia ketat je kat sekolah. And I sometimes when I send him to school, I would ask him. That's why, you know, when you go back to your hometown, or when you are at your hometown, please observe your nieces, your nephews. If they open up and they try to tell something to you, and then use the right word. Okay, for example, when we talk about sexual abuse kan, katalah your niece, so cute kan, 5 years old, come to you, mak ngah, pakcik tu, kenapa yang you sibuk dengan phone? Pakcik tu suka pegang-pegang karipap adik. You tengah main phone, you don't know, you cakap, tak apa, karipap Jepun, boleh share, karipap boleh share, bagi je dia sikit. Sebab you duduk main phone, you tak dengar that girl cakap apa. Sebab apa? You use the word karipap. You don't teach the child the right word. Instead of putting down your phone, pakcik mana? Pakcik mana pegang karipap adik? Bagi tahu, tak boleh. And then you report, you bring up the matter. Take it seriously. This is what you can do. Okay. So that's why when the kids become adolescent, they become depressed, anxious and stressed. DAS, depressed, anxious and stressed, are signs of mental illness. And these are the spectrum, other than schizophrenia, bipolar. Because almost every semester, I notice that I have students coming to me and informing me, Doctor, I cannot come to class next week because I have an appointment dekat psychiatric. Doctor, I need bipolar. Give you my letter from my psychiatrist, from psychiatric clinic. I'm a bipolar, so ada masa I makan ubat, I tak boleh bangun. So I tell me and I'm aware of it. So I'm aware every semester there will be students. This semester belum lagi. Okay. But if 1 in every adolescent is depressed, what about university students? Okay. And then another thing is create your awareness. You got to be, and what can you do about it? You know the statistics, right? So, mental illness prevalent. What are the causes? Because students with mental illness, if you don't help them, if you don't give them support, what will happen when they go to school? Especially students who are bullied at home, verbally, physically, and then when you are at home, when you are with your relatives, this is already week 3. During the semester break, you observe the interaction of parents and children. Whether your parents or your sister or your uncle, how do they talk to kids? Do they use verbal or physical abuse? Can you speak up? Tak boleh cakap dengan anak macam tu. Alah, dia dah bengap sangat. Bodohnya budak, aku cakap tak faham-faham. Ataupun senang-senang je, your sister slap. Kan? Pukul anak. That is physical abuse. When you hurt the child, hurt children. So when they go to school, they will hurt other children. So kids from abusive environment, abusive home, when they go to school, they hurt other kids. Kids from abusive, they don't come from loving family, they will escape, they will play games when they don't get the attention they're supposed to get. You know, there were times when I asked my son, I was on my way sending him to school. I said, is your school safe? Do you feel safe going to school? What was his response? What do you think he responds? So we finish our class at 2 o'clock. Nak tidur sangat. Not safe. His response was maybe. Maybe. Okay. And then what else are the issues? What are other issues? We have cyberbullying, sexual abuse, but mental health. I also like to draw your attention . Have you heard of Telenisa?
No, doctor.
Telenisa is a free legal advice, okay, on issues related to Sharia family law, such as divorce, polygamy, alimony. And if you go to Telenisa here, you can go to Telenisa statistics and findings for 2023 up to, this is the latest of 2023. Okay. If you download here. This is on family issues, because some of you have boyfriend, you plan to get married, or you are already in your family and you might notice these issues. Okay. These are the cases that contacted NISA on statistic findings. Okay. I'm sharing. This is the demographic gender, methods of communication, location, occupation. Okay, and then what are the issues involved on polygamous marriage, issues concerning polygamous marriage, because some of you might be coming children from polygamous marriage. So of course there are issues, financial, emotional, social, family social relationship, and also rights of children. So let me bring you to this is the total clients, communication method. This is the location with Selangor the highest. Selangor and KL highest. Occupation or people who seek telenisa help. So the highest is housewife. Even though there are also professional staff, 70%. And these are the household income of people who reach out to telenisa. And for the B40, M40 or undisclosed. Okay, and these are the requested assistance, whether it's counseling, shelter. Shelter means in the case of abuse, the wife and the children, they need shelter. Okay, let me tell you one case, yeah. There was one case in Kelantan. I can't remember in a district lah. Okay, the father has been raping, has been abusing his daughter sexually. And the mother didn't reach out for help, okay, but it is the other child, okay, so maybe it's the eldest daughter, but when the eldest daughter noticed that the father wanted to abuse her sister, so she reported. So the father was arrested, but the mother asked the father to be released from the prison, yeah, because the mother depends on the father financially. But what happened is when such case, like murder, or when this case go viral, or to the court and all that, the whole family has to be moved from one district. For example, Tanah Merah, move to another district. Let's say Tanah Merah to Bachok, or let's say from Rembau move to Mambau. And the children, because the elder sister was sexually abused, when her sister, the father tried to abuse sexually or to rape her sister, then she reported to the police. And when the father was asked, why do you rape, why do you abuse your daughter sexually, what do you think the father's response?
I think the father would see that he was stressed and he released his stress towards his child.
Okay, good try. He said that daripada orang try sebelum anak dia kena ni, baik dia try dulu. Tu dia punya respon. So you tahulah, that's why when you are in a university, okay, you have Salam Muhammad, boyfriend ke, you want to get married ke, be very careful, yeah. Study the background family of your boyfriend. Okay, so this is the statistics. Opinion, lawyer, legal advice. With or without legal representation. So that's a procedure. Emotional access to justice, complicated procedure, Sharia court procedures. Emotional and psychological effect, conflict in marriage. Conflict in marriage leaves a profound impact on the health and well-being of not just the couple but also the children. And this is very much related to mental health. So this is the marital status of people who seek this is the polygamous marriage. Issues concerning polygamous marriage. What are the issues concerning in polygamous marriage? Because some of you might be children from the first or the second marriage, or you know in your family or your uncle or your friend who are from, what do you think are the issues? If you look at the chart here, what do you think? Number one, no wife maintenance, meaning that the wife is not given money. 2, without consent. The husband got married, took a second wife without the wife's consent. 4% without knowledge, the first wife didn't know. Unregistered polygamy. Okay, so this might happen. So in the future, na'udzubillah, if let's say you want to get married to someone's husband, please register. Because once you fall in love, nobody can say anything about it. Some people can be very stubborn or unjust. That's the impact. So this is divorce inquiry on what? On fasah, talak and taklik. So this is the table. This is the table and you see the analysis grounds. Why do people, okay, what do you think the highest ground for divorce, the highest reason for divorce in Malaysia? What is the highest trend for
Financial problem.
Exactly, it's financial problems. That's why you got to be, even as women, you have to be financially strong. I know there's a professor, my friend, my colleague. She is very confident, okay, a very good motivator, okay, an excellent lecturer in the campus. But when she goes back home, she's not a professor anymore. Her husband told her, you hang your title, your professor, your lecturer title outside the gate. Don't bring it home. And her husband holds her card, her bank card. So she cannot withdraw money. Her husband gives her money every day, 50 ringgit. And if she wants to buy diapers or milk for her children, she asks more. She has to ask more money from her. Do you think it's enough, 50 ringgit per day for a mother? And and then she has to ask more, and sometimes she got scolded. Husband dia marah. Ni orang perempuan nak duit banyak-banyak, nak beli makeup ke? Nak beli tudung lah tu. Alah. Ke apa, nak beli barang kemas? No, actually dia nak beli ni je, milk and diaper. Tapi sampai 50 ringgit je per day. And then if she wins award, katalah dia excellent lecturer ke, dia kena jemput kan, kadang-kadang you jemput penceramah kan for your program. Dia bawa dapat plaque ke apa kan, she can crystal ke, she cannot bring home because her husband will break it. Dia kata, Kai dah cakap you jangan bawa balik semua, so dia letak kat office. Fruit basket ke, fruit flowers, any plug ke apa, cannot bring back. If bring back, ni macam ni ni. Dapat cannot. The husband will throw away and break it. Simpan kat ini, I simpan kat office bukan sebab my husband tak ada husband pun. But itulah the husband, I'm not sure the husband abuse her physically, but verbally of course lah, you know. So these are that's why if you want to get married, check lah at ini. Don't let love blind you, you know. Check the person's background. Okay, the time now is 55 minutes to 11. You have given me the ini kan topic, and then get myself approval, and then you have the question, you have the chart and outline. Okay. You can submit to me on YouFuture to consult for consultation. If you go to YouFuture here, put YouFuture class 2384G. Yeah. So 4G, I go to I discuss. I'm going to create and I discuss. So this is week 3 assessment 1. So you can upload your outline here, so that you can consult your outline. You can get feedback on your outline. Okay. Okay. Do you have any questions? Any questions?
So far, no question, Doctor.
Okay, if there is no question, then can end our class with Tasbih Kifara and Walas? Yes, Aini?
Excuse me, Doctor. May I know when is the due date for the I discuss, which is the outline?
There is no, your presentation is on week 5. So you better send me before week 5. If you want to consult, you better consult before week 5.
Okay, thank you, Doctor.
Welcome. Okay. Tasbih Kifara and Walas can end our ni. And then inform me, yeah. Session before week 5. Can someone recite Tasbih Kifara and Walas?
Yes, Doctor.
Thank you.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika asyhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilaik. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Wal 'asr innal insana lafi khusr illa alladhina amanu wa 'amilus solihat wa tawassaw bil haqq wa tawassaw bis sabr.
Thank you very much. Have a nice day, everybody.
Thank you, Doctor.
Thank you, Doctor.
Thank you, Doctor.
Thank you, Doctor.